shit.
Hey, yo, y'all know what the fuck time it is. It's the cool kids from the back of the motherfucking bus.
Yes, sir. I ain't hold it this time.
Yeah, keep it short and sweet for y'all
Stay tuned, episode 17.
But I mean, shit, y'all niggas see what it is. Y'all see where we at. And y'all know who the fuck this man to my right is.
Shit, what's good with it?
My man Smooth.
What's good with it?
Smooth 45 on IG. All the single ladies out there. And, I mean, even if you got a man and you just want some loving, you know, this the man you want to holler at, you know what I'm saying?
I don't discriminate.
So, shit, you married, you got kids. Shit, you can even be, you know, you could be a mom's, like, your kid in high school might even know this nigga.
Facts.
But, like, if you need some love, I mean, shit, he don't want to go to because, you know, I ain't gonna say what I heard about it. I heard some shit, so.
I was like, where this going?
I had to pour that shit out. I ain't gonna lie. But, you know, and we motherfucking back again.
Yes,
you know, the second pod after our hiatus, if you will.
And we said we was gonna be bike, and we bike to stay.
For sure.
So we gonna keep these episodes with this good content for y'all hoes and hoettes.
That's a good one. Putting that one in my bag. But yeah, so we back, you know. We gonna hit y'all with the normal shit we always hit y'all niggas with. So I mean, I'll go ahead and do my shit first. My shit, I seen it today. Shout out to Uber Facts, our sponsor, you know what I'm saying? Niggas always coming through with the factual shit, and it's kinda wild. So one day, you know, I'm just moseying on Instagram and I see this shit and it say over 1 million dogs in America are the primary beneficiary to their owner's will. So when them motherfuckers die, that means the dog get the house, the dog get the car, the dog get the money, the dog get every fucking thing, cause they the primary nigga. So like if you got a wife and you die, your wife get everything, or your kids get everything. These motherfuckers really got their dogs out here. Like, yeah, nigga, you get the whole backyard to yourself. You get all the treats. Like, you ain't gotta ask for them no more. Like, you got the whole crib. And I was thinking, I'm like, why would people do that? But then it popped in my head. White people do that shit.
White people.
Cause, I mean, that shit don't make a lot of sense to me. Why your dog would be your number one motherfucker getting every goddamn thing. Especially cause it showed a picture, right?
Right.
Big ass house in the background. Nice little white lady and her dog and shit. And she probably in her 20s or 30s or whatever. But that's beside the point. Karen. And big ass crib in the backyard, gated community, but the dog get everything when she kicked the bucket. White people shit, dog. Ain't no niggas out. I mean,
Makes sense.
shout out to all the black folk out here. And if you are one of the black people that's gonna be leaving a lot of shit behind, y'all niggas ain't thinking about no fucking dog. That dog the last thing on your mind. Like, make sure that nigga get some treats and shit, you know, make sure he get that top quality dog food, but like, you ain't getting the motherfucker the crib and you get the PlayStation, the Xboxes, the TVs.
We ain't saying black people don't like their dogs and their pets. Like, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong.
White people,
We love it.
It's just, yeah, y'all giving everything to y'all dogs. We just giving what the dog need. Make sure that motherfucker taken care of.
Exactly.
It's
But
levels.
goddamn, you know, you can't have a pit bull out here driving the Benz and shit.
Come on.
That's real shit.
So,
really
I mean, that's just me personally, but you know.
Yeah.
But shout out to y'all white people though, man. Y'all love y'all animals, man. Not saying like I said, you know, not that black people don't love their animals. It's just we understand that they're our dog. You know, not our children who actually, you know, got to go to college and get jobs and
Facts.
have other kids and shit like that. But shout out to y'all white people. You know, it's all love. I love y'all niggas. Not really, but onward.
It is what it is. So we got another fact of the day for y'all. Sadly, this fact of the day isn't from our sponsor Uber Facts.
Don't tell them
Yeah,
no.
we ain't gonna let them know that part. We gonna send them the edited version without this part in there. So anyway, it's from factinate.com. So yeah, I mean, I was just
Like I said,
bored one day. You know,
keep that on
just
it.
looking up shit.
Keep that bitch on the hush.
Yeah.
Low.
It says roughly 1,600 people are bitten by other humans in New York City every year. And they're saying that's how they got the nickname Big Apple.
Take a bite out.
Yeah, but that's crazy though. Think about it. Like, I'm not thinking about roaming the streets of New York City as somebody like a cannibalist on the prowl trying to like bite my ear off or nothing like that, bro. It's kind of weird.
Real
They
shit.
out here attacking, like they do this shit like on a daily. They wake up in the morning like, oh, whose skin I'm gonna bite today, And that's how they make a living and shit.
You said 1,600 people?
Yeah, roughly these 1,600 people. That's what they do.
So if you do the math, it's 300 and how many days in a year?
65.
So it's like you do that all the way up to 1,600. That's like 3-4 niggas a day for real.
Yeah, that's
Crazy.
Don't be that 3 to 4 niggas.
That's a little ridiculous.
But the thing is, like, if you're on the receiving end, like, what do you do?
So I'm clapping cuz. And if I don't know if y'all ever been to New York, but y'all go to New York, certain parts of New York ain't nothing but bums. And I'm sure them the niggas that's probably biting niggas.
I was about to say, should you like approach them? Should you be like, let it ride? Be like, yeah, you right.
That must have been where Kevin Hart was talking about with the bum lip. Like,
Oh yeah, the bum bum.
That's exactly what he was talking about.
But these niggas doing it with their mouth, though. They biting your shit instead. Fuck all that. And you gotta think about it. I was looking at some shit the other day, and some of these bums, like especially in like LA and shit, they have diseases that go back like before the Black Plague. Like, cause they're so, not hating on any bums, but they're so dirty. They're, most of them are addicted to drugs and they're not clean whatsoever, and they're probably doing what they're doing. So it's like, if you have diseases that go back like when they were bringing slaves over on the ship and shit, like that's how old those diseases are. But now they're coming back because of all these homeless people. I bet you them the motherfuckers in New York that's biting motherfuckers. So you get bit, you might have some serious shit going on.
Yeah, that's real shit.
If you got fucking bit by one of them niggas. But I'm definitely clapping cuz. I don't know about y'all, I'm clapping that nigga. For sure.
Just a respect, man. Gotcha.
I mean, for one, like, you just gonna bite me though? Like, I'd rather you fucking punch me in the face than bite me.
Yeah, that's real.
Like, what kind of weirdo shit is that? Oh, how you doing, sir? Nice to meet you. And that nigga bites your shoulder for no reason. I don't know about all that shit.
So that's crazy. So like when they bite people, like they're biting through like the layer of their clothing. So like, are they cannibals? Like, do they?
That's what I'm saying. Like, I mean,
is it a practice?
If they bite you and whatever, they get some skin or some blood and they eating that shit, then they definitely cannibal niggas for sure.
Maybe they bite through the clothes, because that way it's kind of like, like how you eat a burger, that's like the breading on the outside.
So it's
of the
not
meat.
as tough.
I mean, hey,
could help.
Especially for all y'all tender folk out there. Y'all niggas beware, because you will get a fucking bite taken out of your ass walking through New York thinking shit sweet.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just
so
saying.
next time you walk through New York City, don't be having your skin looking all good.
Yeah, exactly.
Layer up.
Some ideas.
Just got some new perfume and shit, some new cologne. You think you this shit. Next thing this homeless nigga
Shit,
bites
next time
you.
I work through New York City now, I'm wearing a turtleneck. I'm wearing.
Like, I'm gonna fuck him up with this.
Yeah, put on one of them bubble jackets. Go ahead and bite through this motherfucker, see what happens. Like, you can't even have no like hand shit. Like, you can't have no taser or no knife, because they want close quarter violence. They trying to bite your shit. So it's like you gotta have some long distance, like some pepper spray or something. You can hit them niggas from at least 5 feet away. Because once they get close, it's too late.
I wish there was like follow-up facts about that. Like, I want to know like what's the most like sought after like piece of skin they try to bite.
That is true. Like, do they go for the fang or do they go for the shoulder? Do they go for the neck?
Do you do the vampire mechanism? Go for the neck.
Like, are they crawling on the ground and like trying to bite through people's shoes, like for their
crazy,
toes? Like,
If a nigga bites you in your neck though, you gotta go straight to the hospital, bro. Cause who knows what type of shit you gonna have going through you, bro.
real though,
Shit would just be spewing out of you.
Oh yeah, you just.
Especially like if you look at some of them bums, like them niggas ain't brushed their teeth in months.
Yeah.
Like,
have you seen GTA when you stab somebody in the neck, bro? All that shit just be.
so you just got some dirty fucking hog smelling motherfucker biting you on your goddamn neck.
Nigga said a hall.
Hell yeah, breathing all hard and shit.
Yeah, bro.
Oh my god.
I'm going to jail for murder that day. Fuck out of here.
That shit crazy.
And that shit probably be self-defense, but
There's
regardless.
some pretty good facts of the day. Yo.
Yeah, I'm
shout out
murdered
to
nigga.
facts and shout out to Factinate. Newcomer.
I mean, hey, Factor Nate, nigga, if y'all niggas want to sponsor the pod, you know what I'm saying? And you know what?
But don't tell Uber facts though.
Since, it was just brought to my eye, to my right over here, and we got another sponsor today. Y'all know what it is. Modelo Especial, brewed for those with a fighting spirit, motherfucker.
Fighting spirit.
And guess what?
If your spirit ain't fighting, what you doing?
Hey, and speaking of fights, by the time this come out, it's already gonna pass, but niggas with a fighting spirit. Iron Mike Tyson coming back tonight, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes.
Against Roy Jones Jr., who is also a 4-division world champion boxer, one of the greatest of all time. And that's just happening tonight on Triller. I never heard of that bullshit before. I ain't gonna lie. But you can buy it on your standard cable. And like I said, by the time this comes out, the shit's gonna happen. So shout out to Mike Tyson. Good job on the knockout tonight, bud. That's just my prediction.
Oh, you're calling it.
That's my prediction. But one thing about that shit that got me fucked up is they're not allowed to knock each other out. There will be no judges because they can't declare a winner, and it's 2-minute rounds and shit like that. But you know Mike Tyson. You know Mike Tyson. You guys know Mike Tyson. Yeah. Whether you watch boxing or not, you know who the fuck Mike Tyson is, and what do you know him by? How do you know him?
Knockouts.
Knocking motherfuckers out. So Mike Tyson only has one speed. He ain't gonna be like, oh yeah, bob, and then hit you with an uppercut, but it's half speed.
Yeah.
He only knows one fucking speed, and he's a wild motherfucker. So it's gonna be somebody's gonna bleed, somebody's gonna get hurt tonight.
I'm just taken aback. Like my face, like, why would they even come up with that rule or that stipulation? That's one. But like at the same time though, like it's just crazy. Like they've trained this whole time. You tell me they can't hit each other in the head or they can't knock each other out. Like come on, like like they're dogs. Like
that's what I'm saying.
They're boxers. Like they're professionals. Like they're gonna fight. I think they're gonna fight.
And what happens if Mike? Let's say Mike Tyson doesn't hit Roy Jones as hard as he can,
right.
But Roy Jones still gets knocked out.
Yeah,
because it ain't about.
That's what I'm saying. Like you can't.
It's not about how hard you hit a motherfucker, but if I hit you directly on your chin, a little kid can knock you out. A 10-year-old who doesn't hit hard, if they punch you in the right spot, it'll put anybody out.
Right. Yeah.
So it's hard to fucking put that type of code and regulation and all that bullshit on, especially Mike fucking Tyson.
Yeah. And no judges, like come on.
And no so I mean, I don't think there's gonna be a fucking judge.
They swing it.
It's not gonna be like that, bro. They're gonna fight.
And
they got to.
It's gonna be
the co-main event. I don't know about the age bracket. All you young people that like Jake Paul.
Yeah, that's his name. A YouTuber or something like that.
Yeah,
he's a YouTuber.
But he fighting an ex NBA player. 3-time dunk champion Nate Robinson.
Sure.
And Nate Robinson weighed in heavier than Cuz. Nate Robinson weighed in at like 182 or something like that.
Okay.
So Nate's, he's always been bodied up. That dude's Jack City for being fucking 5'8", 5'9".
He is a little.
He could have went to the NFL and shit, but he's fighting Jake Paul tonight as a co-main event, and they got some other boxers, old school niggas fighting, but
yeah,
I think Nate Robinson gonna knock that nigga out too.
But there's a height, like there's a discrepancy like in height, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it's like 3 inches or something. So Cuz might be like 6'1", Nate 5'9".
For real.
He ain't that big.
Jake Paul.
Logan Paul. That's a big nigga.
Yeah.
Logan Paul, he like 200 plus pounds. He like 6'4", 6'5".
Okay.
Right.
Like he a big boy, but his little brother, I don't really fuck with his little brother.
Oh shit. Oh, they are.
I didn't know.
Damn. Damn.
That's wild.
Yeah, that's his little brother. I mean, that nigga Logan Paul getting straight to the motherfucking bag. So is Jake, but like that nigga Logan, he a money man for sure.
True.
But that's enough of that boxing shit. I just wanted to get y'all a little spill because we was talking about the fighting spirit, like Modelo says. You know what I'm saying? We only drink Modelo. That's it. We don't drink nothing else besides a little bit of Jamie every now and then. You know what I'm saying? Not a sponsor, but they about to get on board. But yeah, I just wanted to talk about the fighting spirit. Mike Tyson came to my mind because who else got a bigger fighting spirit than that guy? So
go Tyson.
But
spirit always be fighting.
Unfortunately.
But we're gonna move on to some other news. We had a great event that happened last week, right? Wednesday? Thursday? NBA draft, motherfuckers. Yeah. A whole lot of young men's lives were being made. A whole lot of tears were being shed, tears of joy, tears of celebration. It was just a great night overall. It was a very emotional night. For sure. But for all the right reasons. We had like my man over here, UNC fan Cole Anthony was over there crying, man. Couldn't get his words out. He was talking too fast, man.
Talking very fast.
Excited,
But it's just
couldn't hold himself together, bro. It was a sight to see.
Damn.
You love to see those types of things. Yeah, you love to see it.
When I was 19, I wasn't shit. These niggas 19, they going to the league.
They getting that bag.
My greatest accomplishment was getting like an A on a paper in college.
Yeah, real talk. Not failing. Like.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, not failing. Let me get that D. Say that.
Hey,
it was one part.
Yeah,
it was one part. I don't know who it was, but somebody like they were trying to get the hat, and the son, I guess the little brother picked up the wrong hat. And so his dad took the hat, threw that shit.
Oh yeah, I seen that.
I forgot who that shit was.
Oh, who was that? I remember that though. That's crazy.
That shit is funny. Though.
That's crazy.
But I mean, shout out to the draft. You know, a lot of young studs got picked up by these teams, and you know, some gonna make it, some ain't gonna make it. But at the end of the day, your dreams are realized. You know, so whenever you get drafted, you sign your name on that contract, or whether you're in the G League or fucking whatever it may be, you made it to the big show. The light's on you now. So all them young guys, you know, it's time to step up, play that game you've been playing your whole life. So
just to revisit it, was RJ Hampton. That's why I Googled.
Hey,
the internet is a powerful thing.
Yes.
But yeah, RJ Hampton, I think he might have got I think he probably would have got drafted a little bit higher if he would have went to college.
Facts, he did play overseas.
But like, who knows how good you would play if you did go to college? Because you know, college kind of restricts you. Oh, you gotta run the playbook and all that bullshit.
Offense, yeah,
you can't just do your own thing. And so, like LaMelo, that motherfucker, he was just doing whatever the fuck he want, whenever he want. Especially when he was overseas. What difference do it make to me? I'm gonna shoot all the fucking shots I want to shoot. College, you gotta motherfucking do that little handoff shit.
That's what I'm saying. Every team, bro. My cousin always
you gotta set up your little 3 and 2 or 4 out, 1 in. Right. You gotta set up all your bullshit schemes and shit. But
dribble handoff, man. High-low action. You know, it's just all the same. It's just if you run it well enough in college.
And in today's era, with all these you know, draftees and you know, high school recruits, like, talent is definitely getting crazy good. Like, you can, like, year after year, you see the amount of talent, how it's different from the year before, and it's very exciting when you think about this upcoming NBA season and how quick it is around the corner, like next month basically.
It's crazy.
And it's like we get to see them Christmas. We basically get to see these guys right away and see how quickly they get acclimated to the league and can, you know, keep up with the pace, because it's a way different pace in college basketball. When you make that jump from the college ranks to NBA, yeah, you better be ready.
Yeah, it's different than having, you know, you got Joe Smo in front of you, and then all of a sudden you step on the court and it's fucking the first game of the season, and you dapping LeBron up. We in a different ball game. Right, we ain't in Kansas anymore. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Yeah, it's a whole different level to this shit.
And the thing is, like, to play in the NBA, like, you gotta be great. And like a lot of guys, like, the great ones separate themselves, obviously, but like at the same time, it's just like people like to trash from NBA players and stuff. But like, you have to be really good to be in the NBA. So it takes a lot to be great in the NBA. So I mean, when you go against guys, even like Russell Westbrook, like people like Eric Bledsoe, like you're going against them like night in and night in base. Patrick Beverly, like they strapped. So it's like, it's crazy.
The 12th man on the bench is better than anybody you ever played basketball with.
Facts.
Unless you 100%. Play basketball with, you know, somebody that's really good already in the NBA. But the 12th man, the niggas in the G League that's not even on the fucking bench is better than half the niggas that you played with ever in your fucking life. And ain't gonna be too many better players that you even gonna be able to see. You know what I'm saying?
That's real.
But you know, we all talk shit though.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
Like,
yeah. That's
earlier before we started this shit, I was talking shit about Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, how he motherfucking one game he got 15, next game he 0 for 15. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, he's better than fucking me.
Still letting him fly.
It could be us three against that one nigga, and it might be a close game, but even then, he's gonna score whenever the fuck he wants. What can we do about it? But it's definitely a lot of young niggas out here. Like, what's the first top 5? We got LaMelo went 3.
Anthony Edwards went 1.
I mean, that dude's such a fucking specimen.
Facts.
But we got James Wiseman 2, LaMelo 3. 4, I don't even, who the fuck had the 4th pick for real? I don't even remember. But it's a lot of good young niggas out here getting drafted. And out of all of them, who you think would had the best draft? I mean, had the best career? At least out of the top 3 that we just named.
In terms of impact to their team, right away, is that what we're talking? I think.
Well, I say just best career overall, but sure, we can go that too.
All right, I'm gonna start off with impact to their respective team. I think it's James Wiseman
with the Warriors.
Because I mean, that's a much needed spot for the Warriors.
I'm a Warrior fan. We need that.
They needed a big. You got the shooting. You know, this was before all of the Klay Thompson news came out, which is devastating.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Achilles tear. Just coming back off of ACL, and then you tear your Achilles.
Yeah, you got shooting. You got a floor general in the point guard and stuff, and you got a 3 that literally does it all. And then all you really need to fill that piece is like that. You know that
we picked up Kelly Oubre, so it's like it's shooters surrounding this big man in the paint who's dominant. even though he had a little rocky career at Memphis just because of eligibility and all that other bullshit.
Talent's there.
He's still a fucking animal. So I mean, 7-foot kid, got a nice little jumper, mid-range jumper, got a little bit of post game. He can dunk on you, he crash the basket, fucking alley oops. So I mean, James Wiseman definitely got that. But in terms of best impact immediately, I'll probably go James, but best career. When I look at Anthony Edwards, he can go one of two ways. Anthony Edwards can fucking he can shoot the ball, he can slash the ball, he's a decent defender, but it's all about whether his mental is there, his motivation, his ability to want to even play basketball. Because there was some interview, and he was talking about like how he has to learn to like or love basketball or some shit. I forgot the exact quote, but it's like he's so talented and so good that maybe he didn't have to give a fuck about basketball. It's just he can go out there and play. He'd just be better than everybody, just, you know, without that love and passion.
I think he's gonna get motivation from losing his mom and like the losses that he had in his family. He said that on that on his draft night when they zoned in on him. And it was like he had literally gave his talk right next to the portraits of it was his grandmother and his mother. Yeah. Next to him, she was like, "Yeah, they're always with me." So I think just that alone could just like drive somebody to just want to be the best they can be at with whatever they're doing, whether you know it's music, basketball, you know, painting, shit like that. Like,
just be the best at whatever your trade is, regardless.
Because at that point, it's kind of like he doesn't want to let his mom down, let his grandmother down. He want to be the best version of himself. So that just, you know, they're proud of him.
Yeah. They said he was, like 14, man? That's crazy.
Yeah. I mean, you know, whether you got your dad or your mom in your life, whether you do or don't, once they are gone, like that's when that shit hit a whole new level, which I haven't really experienced, but I can only look at it from my perspective, you know? And, you know, losing a parent, whether you're close, like, we all know, me and Daniil, we ain't too close to our dads. Like, we know our dads, but we aren't close to them. But I still feel like if my dad were to go or my mom were to go, that shit would still be, you know, devastating. And you got two people. You got the one that uses that shit as an excuse to not get better, and then you got the ones that use that shit as an excuse to get better. So it all depends on what your mind state is and that game you want to play. But you can't be one of them niggas that just fucking roll up and you're in the corner in the fetal position. It's time to put the fucking ball in the hoop, especially with Anthony Edwards. It's like, man, you know, you got your dream job. Because all of us, when we were kids, they asked us what we wanted to be. What did we all say? Oh, I want to go to the NBA. Oh, I want to be in the NFL. Oh, I want to, you know, we all said that shit. Professional athlete. Yeah. So whenever them motherfuckers actually make it, it ain't nothing but hard work now. That's all you got to do is just play the fucking game that you've been playing your whole life and the one that you know how to play. And guess what? That's generational wealth for your family.
Big facts.
So you can go from a kid not having shit ever. Like, you motherfucking, you ask your mom to get McDonald's one day and she just ain't got no money to get you just a fucking Happy Meal, $5. Now, nobody ever has to ask for anything anymore. Cause it's all gonna be, you know, you can provide that.
Fast man, making millions to put a ball in the hoop or to throw a touchdown. Like, it's just,
exactly.
You had like I said, or not like I said, but like a commentator said, I heard on ESPN the other week, it was just like these men, like they're playing the kids game for millions of dollars. What more could you want? So like you say, yeah, like I'm sure he's gonna put in that work and try to be the greatest he wants to be.
And not only that, once you get to that point where you're making millions to put the fucking ball in the hoop, the city you come from, the town you come from, all those kids gonna look to you as the example.
Facts.
To, you know, that's what I aspire to be. Like, oh, he did it, I want to be like him when I get older. Once you get there, you get that money, sure, go ahead, buy your car, buy your mama a crib, buy, you know, whatever, your little sister need a car, whatever, putting niggas through school, houses, whatever. Do all that, but once you get to where you need to be and you financially straight, your family's financially straight, you gotta get back to them same motherfuckers that you was when you was a kid, you know what I'm saying? So
I agree
that's
with
the one thing about being an athlete that a lot of people don't think about until they get a little bit older. But I know if I was to ever be on, of course I ain't gonna be no fucking athlete or no shit. I'm retired, nigga. I just say that I'm retired for what it's worth, cause you know. But if I was to ever be on, like, priority number one, sure, I'm gonna buy me a little McLaren or something, you know what I'm saying? I'm serious, but number one, I'm giving back for real.
Yeah, you always gotta remember where you came from.
Yeah,
man.
for sure.
It sounds fundamental, but like at the same time,
It's hella cliche.
It's so easy to just like be so self-centered. I wouldn't even say self-centered, just be so like
Caught up in your own fucking
self-absorbed into like all of this like material shit that comes along with the fame and the professionalism and all that. But it's like the ones that can still stay true to themselves and still have the capacity to give back to the people that got them there are like the best kinds of people. And those are the ones that are really still like, you know, they're grounded in who they are for themselves. Because like people who just like lose sight of that, it's just kind of like it's basically you losing sight of yourself. Like if you don't remember how you got there, then it's like it's kind of hard to go forward from then on like the same way you were before you got there. You always got to give back for that reason as well. So.
And it's just like, I mean, I agree 100%, man. Like where you come from, like, you know what I'm saying? Like you got to give back, but at the same time you have people like, whether it's, I know music is, it's a lot, it might be different, but like, I mean, sports as well, but just anything, like you have people that do give back or try to give back. And then people from there, like try to shut them down. So like, how do y'all feel about that? You know what I mean? Like, for instance, like, it was an example the other week, like, Meek Mill, I guess, he was like, he offered, like, you know what I'm saying, like, money to, like, certain Philly artists, like, you know what I'm saying, that were beefing in the streets or whatever, like, to end their beefs and, like, we can all make money together. And they were like, we don't listen to you. So it's just like, I don't know.
Old
like,
head at this point.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. So it's like, people, like, a lot of people, I mean, people respect old heads and people don't respect old heads. They're like, oh, there they go talking again, like, oh, if I didn't blow my knee out, you know, I would have been, you know, saying the best thing since sliced bread. So it's like, I don't know. It's just hard to think, like, people do try to give back, but at the same time, sometimes people just shut it down. And, like, I don't know if it's jealousy or not.
My take on that, like, with the niggas that, you know, you try to help them, you try to put them on, and they won't take it. They just don't deserve it for real.
Facts.
Because at the same time, like you said, Meek, you know, trying to squash the beef, and these niggas, what Daniil was saying, they just caught up in their ways.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? So once you get caught up in your ways, you can't venture outside yourself to think a different way. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody got fucking something wrong. Everybody got a problem. So if me and you beefing, like, if I can't put on your shoes and understand where you coming from, then it's not even a point in trying to help them niggas, because at the end of the day, let's say Meek did give them money. What they gonna use that money to? To destroy themselves.
Facts.
So it's really, at the end of the day, I'd rather give to the mom that got 3 kids, she's single, she working 2 jobs,
Facts.
and her kids gotta wake themselves up in the morning, put their ass on the bus. I'd rather give her the turkey on Thanksgiving. I'd rather buy her the gifts, and I'd rather get her a new house, pay her motherfucking rent, opposed to some bum niggas that's, oh yeah, he motherfucking slept with my ex-girl, so now we beefing, or oh, he owed me a little bit of money,
Right,
or
exactly.
whatever type of beef bullshit they in. And it all, like we were saying earlier with the beef, they could just live on a different street or live in the wrong projects. But with these young guys, even whether it's musically, athletically, whatever it may be, use that money to build up the communities themselves, to where it can't be no beef, because everybody getting what they want to get.
Everybody eat. Facts.
Everybody eat. And what Daniil was saying earlier about the people that do all that shit, those are niggas that's really winning.
Yeah.
Because you can have all the money in the world, you can have everything, all the women, all the whatever. You're not winning if you ain't giving back and helping the next man. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Helping the little kid that got the dream that he want to wear pads and a helmet like you and play for the Cowboys, the Eagles, the Ravens, the fucking Falcons, whatever it may be.
And at the end of the day, it's also like, how do you want to be remembered? Like, what do you remember?
Your
about?
legacy.
Like, if you sitting there, if you always, you know, giving back, you're always like helping the next person whenever they struggling. It could be the smallest thing, you know, open the door for somebody, greeting them when you see them.
Right.
Like, okay,
Taking
I remember
picture,
that guy.
autograph.
I remember that guy, Daniil. Like, he's this type of person. So like, he's a good guy. Like, you remember stuff like that, and like if you just like so into your ways about your success, your own personal success, and like so much to a point where like you have a beeline to success, and you're not even looking around, looking around, like looking at, because some of the next person they can be one to help you, but if if you're ready to shut down everybody to come in contact with you, then it's like you already kind of that's detrimental to your success as well. So it's like, even though you might be thinking like you streamline focus to your success, at the same time, even if you don't look at that outside, help, then it's detrimental to your success as well.
Yeah. And ultimately, the more blessings you give out, the more blessings that's gonna come your way. Cause the niggas that give more always receive at the end of the day. So, you know, that's just me personally, you know what I'm saying? If I was ever on, guess what? We all on. It ain't just Mike on, we all on.
Stop always being a receiver.
Exactly.
Right, that's real shit.
At the end of the day, we all fucking on. It don't matter, like, especially if you was riding with me before, we all on.
Oh,
So you know, at the end of the day, cause don't get me wrong, you can't help everybody.
nope, that's the thing. Yeah, you can't be nice.
Because at the end of the day, certain people get on, other niggas get jealous.
That's where you get off balance too. It's like as long as you do have that beeline to your success, and you taking in this outside stuff, you get distracted too. So you got to find that balance where it's like, okay, I can help
because
you, I can help you.
One of us get
I
on,
have a goal as well.
there's a chance. Oh man, that should have been me. Oh man, I should have everything he had. Blah blah, and that's jealousy. That shit just toxic. So if let's say you are the kid from the hood that got on, and then you try to help your homies out, but they stuck in the dope game, or they still gang banging, or whatever. You can't have them. You can't really have them people around you for real. And I mean, it's hard not to, because of course you came up with them, but like you might just if being nice. Me personally, let's say I'm on, and whoever stuck in their way, I might just drop off a bag, and then I holler at you. You do what you want with it. I'm giving you the opportunity. But I'll holler at you because I can't have you around because you a liability to me. Gotcha. And especially if I'm trying to help you, but you can't get out your ways, I'm going to give you what you need. I'm going to let you make that decision as a man / woman, whoever it may be. But I'm definitely, you know, we all in effect right here 100% together. So, you know, it all depends on what type of people you got in your circle, who you grew up with, because you can't help everybody. Because niggas, especially like somebody get on, and then so-and-so jealous, oh, it should have been me. I was a better basketball player than him. He in the NBA. Right. I should have been in the NBA. Next thing you know, that's the guy that's sticking that knife in your back.
Facts.
So, you know, you just got to do what you do and leave it at that. Mm-hmm. But we gonna get back to it. So who you think, out of the top three, who you think gonna be, you know, give the most success to their team, so on and so forth? You got LaMelo.
Anthony Edwards.
You got Anthony Edwards. You got James Wiseman. Who you got?
Now you talking about long term or right away success?
Both. I'll let you get both.
I'm gonna have to go with James Wiseman. I think he plays a vital piece.
We both did that
to the Warriors, just because. I mean, like, obviously you're gonna have your shooters, and obviously hopefully Klay gets back 100. You know what I'm saying? Comes back at a certain point. But I mean, like, you have Kelly Oubre, Wiggins, and like Steph. So I mean, like, you know what I'm saying? Like your backcourt is straight. Yeah, your backcourt is straight. Yeah, you have Draymond and the front court with you, but it's just like. James Wiseman, he's gonna be able to get like offensive rebounds.
He's the anchor.
Like like can he defend other centers and like the Anthony Davises and stuff? Like exactly, rim protector. So like I think long term, like he's gonna be vital to like their chances of winning a championship.
What about short term? Or is it him too? My long term will be Anthony Edwards. That's why we got on this tangent. It's like if Anthony Edwards keeps his head on and actually wants to play basketball, I think he'll be the long term. But short term, it's definitely James Wiseman because he's gonna come in and who the fuck the Warrior center last year?
Yeah, exactly.
I'm a Warrior fan. I want y'all to try it because I don't even know.
Yeah, like who?
Wasn't it
was it Marquise Chris?
Spellman?
Yeah, it was Spellman.
Oh, Spellman was a 3/4.
Who was the Warrior center?
And Marquise Chris.
Wasn't it Chris?
Chris came off the bench for a majority of the year.
Was it Looney?
Kevon Looney, but he got injured all fucking season.
He's been hurt a lot.
That's what I'm saying. So I think it's James Wiseman.
Y'all don't have Cuz no more.
Boogie Cuz?
No, y'all don't have the other dude, the big man, Jones.
Damian Jones.
Damian Jones.
Yeah, I mean,
he was dating Steph Curry's younger sister or some shit.
Sadell. Yeah, she was a bad piece. Little volleyball player. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
The moms,
girl. I like the way you
The moms is definitely like that. The mom's better than all of them joints.
Respectfully.
Respectfully, I would take y'all mom to school out.
Dell's a good man for her.
Yeah.
But in terms of short term, who you got?
I mean, I'm really intrigued by LaMelo, man. I think the East is weak, so I think the Hornets can get in the playoffs again, and I think they can win a first round series. So I'm gonna have to go short term with LaMelo.
They'll be 8th seed. They'll beat out the Magic.
I can see that.
For what it's worth.
If John Wall comes back, we're out the East.
for the title.
We might be first out the East.
Who, the Wizards? Who y'all got besides Wall and Beal?
Thomas Bryant,
Denny,
the
steal, one of the steal of the draft.
I forget that nigga
the
last
foreign
name.
dude. Yeah, he's
Now
tough.
he a savage though.
He's tough. I saw.
I ain't got no faith in Rory though.
We got Bert Tennis
Rui,
too. Rui
Hachimura.
Hachimura.
Yeah,
He has flashes.
flashes, but nothing too consistent. So
I can see y'all being top 4 in the East. Because, I mean, you still got Miami, bro.
I mean, he ain't gonna be top. If anything, they be like 6 or 7. They ain't gonna be top 4.
You don't think top 4?
No.
I think I'll give him top 4.
Cause we still got to wait for Giannis. Where the fuck is Giannis gonna go? Cause Giannis, every time they bring up Miami, Giannis sitting there
People
smiling
forget
and
how much-
shit.
I know, right?
"Oh."
You know it,
But even if he were to leave Milwaukee's still gonna make the playoffs. Cause what? They just got Drew Holiday. They got Chris Middleton still. They got what's the white boy name? DiVincenzo.
DiVincenzo tough.
They still got Henson. I mean, they still got a little squad, but
They
like
don't have Wesley Matthews anymore. Where do you go?
I think he might have went to Houston. Oh no, he went to the Lakers. Yeah.
Lakers, bro.
That's a big.
Speaking of Lakers, them bitches got Marc Gasol.
Yeah.
They got Montrez. They got Dennis Schroeder. Like them niggas, they fucking loaded up. What's Famous Los? Famous Los posted that shit on his IG and was like, "Excuse me, is this the IRS? Where is they getting all this money from? Cause them niggas, they loading the fuck up on talent, bro."
Fact.
The Lakers, they say we about to run this shit back real smooth. And ain't gonna be no problem this time. We ain't gonna have no J.R. Smith and no motherfucking Deion Waiters and shit. These niggas motherfucking just taking up space, shooting the ball every time they get it. We gonna get some real fucking players. So, and then Ibaka went to what? The
Clippers,
yeah.
So, I mean, it's a little run. I don't think anybody from the East can beat those teams. Unless Miami get Giannis, then it gets interesting. But if
They
Giannis
got
stay
Precious, too.
in Milwaukee, Precious,
Achua.
yeah, he a beast.
Yeah.
I fuck with
God's
Precious.
gifts, brother.
I definitely fuck with Cuz, but I don't really know who gonna come out in the NBA this year because they start in what, December 21 or December something like that.
Yeah.
But I don't think LeBron and them gonna be playing the first half of the season though. That's what they was acting like because the shit starting too soon. Like them niggas just ended what, a month or two ago, and now all of a sudden you about to hop right back in. Ain't got no time to chill with their fam or no shit like that. So, but I guess the top of the season, what difference do it make? It all matters after All-Star break, the playoffs and shit. The Lakers, they can go in as the 2 or 3 seed. They still gonna fucking run their business. But you got Lakers repeating smooth.
It's gonna be tough, man. I really think they're gonna be.
I can't make any predictions on anything.
I can't. I mean, just obviously, it's always based on health of the players. So if every team's healthy.
Well,
I
no,
think
it's just
the
a
Lakers-
prediction. Yeah, it's
I
just
think-
a prediction.
Yeah, honestly, I think it's gonna be Lakers Heat. I really do.
Again?
Teams ain't even formed yet. I can't even make.
I think it's gonna be Lakers Heat. Because honestly, I like the Nets. I'm intrigued by it, but I don't think KD's gonna be the same player. You got me on the record. You got me on the record. I think he's gonna be a 10 to 12 point scorer. Now let me stop fucking with y'all. Now KD's gonna ball. He's
gonna be a
hoop.
25 to 30 point scorer.
He's gonna hoop, but I don't think him and Kyrie can mesh just because they're both like alpha males.
Ball dominant.
Yeah, ball dominant.
I think
KD's still gonna have his 30 a game.
You think they're gonna work?
I think they'll be fine, bro.
I think KD gonna get his 30 a game.
Yes.
Kyrie gonna get his about 22, 23.
Right.
But then you still got other niggas like Joe Harris, who just got paid. So
Where'd he
shout out
go?
to Joe. He got paid. He stay in Brooklyn.
Well, no, where he go to college though?
Wahoo.
Oh, UVA. Damn, that's right.
Well, wow.
But yeah. So I mean, I think Brooklyn definitely gonna be straight. And then they also still working on that trade for James Harden. So what you think gonna happen then?
I don't think the Rockets gonna let him go, man.
Shit, they almost ain't got no other choice. You think James Harden gonna suit up?
They saying Russell gonna come to the Wiz kids.
For your boy John Wall though. So then what's
I know.
gonna happen?
I don't know.
Is that a good trade to you?
Honestly, no. I don't think so. But I mean,
Give me your take.
I mean, because they both can't shoot worth a damn. So I mean, but in terms of like,
They can't shoot worth a damn. I think John Wall shoot a little bit better.
yeah, he does.
But
He definitely does shoot a little.
in terms
better.
of like being a proficient shooter, no.
No, But I'll take John Wall, but I haven't seen him in so long, so I can't. That's why
2 years.
That's why it's tough because like they both triple-double machines, well double-double machines for John Wall because he
grabbed boards, but he more of like
6 boards or something.
Yeah, give me that shit and we gone.
Mm-hmm.
He'll give you 10 to 12.
But he's in terms of like somebody I want in transition, like pushing that shit. I'm going with John Wall.
Yeah,
I'm going with
100%.
John Wall too, for sure.
One the speed. I mean, that's like a motherfucking De'Aaron Fox. If you wanna try to even remember how John Wall was in the league, just like look at the highlights of this nigga De'Aaron Fox last year. They're pretty much kind of like a split.
He's De'Aaron Fox, but he's bigger and stronger and fucking can jump higher. Like that's John Wall, but he definitely been through some injuries. I think he gonna be the same, you know.
Yeah.
I don't think them injuries gonna hold John Wall back and shit. Yeah,
but y'all are gonna see
It's
see
tough.
how
It ain't
much
that
of
bad.
y'all gonna see how much of a different team the Wizards are with him though. Like that floor general like that.
Instead of Ish Smith, you got John Wall. Like
We had Saturansky I started at one point last year. Like,
he ain't bad.
Yeah,
He not.
Like he kind of
Saturansky
bouncy,
was
but like
solid.
in terms of like getting the ball and pushing the fucking pace, Saturansky ain't your guy. That's for sure.
we tried Trey Burke for a little bit, that didn't work out, but
Trey Burke, he's
showing out at,
shout out to
Mavericks.
Michigan. You know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah, that was a good year to watch.
Oh,
college basketball.
but what if Giannis says, "Fuck Miami, let me hit Dallas real quick"? Then who y'all favorite? Because it all depends where Giannis want to go.
Oh, if he goes to Dallas, they're coming out the West regardless. That's if KP is healthy.
KP, Luka, and then fucking Giannis.
That's what I'm saying. Like even without Giannis, if KP is healthy, I honestly thought they would have beat the Clippers. I honestly thought they would have been in the Western Conference Finals. So if you add Giannis to that, it's a wrap.
they re-signed Tim
wrap.
Hardaway.
Oh, I don't know. That's a good question.
Was he a freshman? I mean, was he released? You know,
I don't know if he was. That's what I'm saying. I don't know if he was a free agent.
I don't think. I just the only thing I know about Dallas right now is they re-signed JJ Barea.
Because
They got Josh Richardson.
Because that 2 guard for them. No, that 2 guard. Yeah. That 2
Josh Richardson's all big.
And they traded Seth Curry though to Philly.
That's
Philly's
big.
gonna be our. Did he go to Philly?
Yeah, he in Philly. He in Philly with
Philly's
Doc
gonna be
Rivers.
straight.
That's
man.
his uncle-in-law or some shit.
Oh, he married to like his daughter or something.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
true.
He
Hell
fucking with Doc's daughter. So
Hell yeah.
That's always a little, you know.
That's nice.
Right, yeah.
That's a little.
Hey, you know that nigga Seth shoot 44% from 3 on his career.
Does he really?
44. 44.
Why doesn't he get that recognition?
Because he ain't Steph.
How many did he shoot though?
I mean, he shot enough to get 44%. He ain't shooting like Steph. Like Steph
I
putting
can
up
shoot.
11 of them bitches a game. He probably shooting like 3 or 4 of them bitches a game. But
What were you gonna say?
44%, that's
I'm
ridiculous.
gonna leave it alone.
Daniil say he shot 44, nigga. What that mean?
No.
That's what I'm saying.
I was gonna say
From the floor?
No, I was saying I asked how many he shot because like you can shoot 44% shooting like 11 shots. You know, like on the season. So
I mean, I feel like there's probably a minimum.
That's what
for
I'm
that
saying, like, I
statistic.
wanna
Yeah.
know.
You make
probably
5
like-
out
yeah.
of 11 and you
Yeah.
got
Might be like
I'm the
minimum
best shooter of all
5,000
time.
Yeah.
But 44, that's a, you
In
know,
that case, Grant Kersey, 100%.
hell shit. That nigga Shaq made a half-court shot one time, so he had like what? That nigga Dwight be shooting threes.
Yeah, Dwight
His percentage ain't bad either. if you
Dwight's
look
in
at his
Philly
threes.
too. Philly gonna have a little something to work with.
But what they gonna do with Ben Simmons and Joel Embiid?
I don't
'Cause
think they're ever-
you
it's
might
not
be able to
gonna
put
match.
them pieces together,
Yeah.
but like
It won't win a championship.
it won't win a championship.
They can make it far, but
They'll win a championship like when LeBron gone and there ain't no super teams anymore. Like if it was just them, that was a super team, they'd win. But like they ain't.
So you think there's a
anybody
super
else.
team in the league now?
I mean, look at LA, bro. The Lakers, that's his fucking super team.
How so? It's 2 superstars
What you mean it's 2 superstars, bro? Marc Gasol wasn't a superstar at one point.
at one point.
Yeah,
we could go. If we go insane at one
But
point,
you
all
could
these-
say at
That's
least
what I'm saying. All these teams
no,
at one
but
point.
but so what?
A super team?
He might not be a superstar right now.
Yes,
but Marc Gasol is a household name.
My idea of a super team is at least 3 superstars.
So LeBron, D-Wade, Chris Bosh.
That was a super team. Rondo,
No.
Pierce, and Garnett, and fucking Ray Allen. That was a
You
four-star.
can't put Rondo in that situation because he wasn't a superstar at that
But
point.
you can say Allen, Garnett, and Pierce. That was a super team.
Yeah, for sure.
Obviously Draymond, Clay, and Steph.
No, that's not super team.
That little 2-3 year run.
Draymond was
without
not a
KD?
superstar.
He was there though. He was there.
He was there.
He was there.
Yeah, Hedo Turkoglu.
He was elite. He was
Hedo
an NBA All-Star.
Jameer Nelson,
Dwight.
and Dwight, and Mikal Petrus.
What about that?
Was that a super team?
Was that a super team?
No, it was a super team without Mikal Petrus.
I think Dwight Howard was obviously.
Oh no,
the main
Rashard Lewis.
superstar.
I'm sorry, Rashard Lewis.
That nigga had.
They just
Dwight.
had really
His jumper
good
was
role
like
players.
that.
They had really good. They played well as a team.
Nah, but there wasn't the super team shit started with the Celtics. LeBron took it to the next level, and then
How
KD.
did he take it to the next level?
Okay, him, the best shooting guard in the league, and the best forward in the league.
No,
That's how he took it. To the next
LeBron
level.
went to a Miami team who hadn't made the playoffs.
They did.
So I would say a super team.
D Wade was the best shooting guard at the time because Kobe was Kobe was injured.
I agree 100%.
And old.
I think he's the third best shooting guard
And
of all
then
time.
Chris Bosh with the dreads was the best power forward in the league.
I wouldn't say that.
Who was
Kevin
better?
Garnett?
Tim Duncan.
Oh, okay, but Tim Duncan's still getting old at that point in time.
But he was still
Garnett was
hooping.
old too.
But and now, so what? You're bringing the Warriors into this, right? So
Correct.
check me.
All right.
If you want to talk super team,
Yes.
all those players were drafted by the Warriors.
Right.
It wasn't, oh, hey, nigga, come over here, play with us. We're good. You're good too. These were all, they drafted Steph. They drafted Clay. They got Draymond in the second round. That's not no super team. That's a drafted team that happened to be good.
Well, they formed into a super team, as you can say.
No, they didn't form. They were drafted. Steph came first. 2 years later, here comes Clay. A year later, here comes Draymond. That's not a super team. They were drafted together, and all of a sudden they meshed well together.
So
that's
you have-
not like if Steph was by himself and then LeBron and KD came, or
But after they won,
KD
of course, then
and
they'll
Tim
be a
Duncan
super team, though.
But that's a drafted team. That's not. Hey, yo, LeBron, come down here.
Yeah, that's definitely
Hey, Chris
different. Yeah,
Bosh,
that's
come with
definitely
me. Or it's not Paul Pierce. Yo, KG, nigga, you the best nigga out here, bro. I need you
So
to
you
come
got to be
down
drafted
here.
for you. So
Ray
it can't
Allen,
be a super team
bro.
if you're drafted.
It's not a super
So
team.
the Spurs weren't a super team with Ginobili, Parker, and
That was
Duncan.
a very good team. They weren't a super team. Tim Duncan was the man. They drafted TP.
They were all All-Stars.
They were, sure. But that doesn't make
That's a
them a
super
super team. No. My ideal of a super team is you bring multiple superstars together. These niggas were drafted to the team. So they didn't start off as a super team. They built them way
But you
into
just
a super
said
team.
when you got superstars together, that make a super team.
No,
Exactly.
what I'm saying is, if you look at what D Wade, Chris Bosh, LeBron did, right? That's different than when, okay, Tim Duncan, David Robinson retired. We're gonna draft Manu Ginobili. And Manu, for one, is not a D Wade, is not a Chris Bosh. It's not. That's what I'm saying. Like, if we want to go into it, Klay Thompson was not a D Wade. Klay Thompson was not a Paul Pierce in his prime. He was not a Ray Allen. They were all drafted and they were molded into what they were. But a super team is LeBron is established, Chris Bosh is established, D Wade is established.
What makes
We're
them
gonna bring them
established?
together. D Wade won a title already.
All right, so that's what
LeBron
I'm
was the
saying.
best player
So
in the
you
league,
said they won a
and Chris
title.
Bosh was the best power forward.
Okay, so if winning the title is establishment as well, so then
No,
even
it's
if
not.
they aren't,
That's not what I'm saying. Establishment is they were established in the league. So whenever we went to, if me and you playing, we gotta go to Miami before LeBron got there. Who the fuck do we gotta worry about? Who we got to double team? We got to double team D Wade.
I already know.
When we went to Toronto, who we got double team? We got double team Chris Bosh. When we go to Cleveland, who we got double team? The best player in the league, LeBron. But then all of a sudden, those entities all came together. That forms a super team. Like, I'm not saying it wasn't a super team. So Steph is established. Clay was established. When KD came, that's a super team because you brought a superstar to a team that was already good.
Yeah, because
That-
you already
that's
had
my
to double
vision.
team Klay Thompson and shit too. Like
Yeah,
he was doing
you had
LeBron.
you got niggas that's on your list when you sitting in the film room, you're watching with your coach. This the nigga that you do not leave at any point in time. That's my
So they won a
vision.
super team before KD.
I wouldn't say that. No, I wouldn't say that because there were super teams that were already built before, KD got there. Now, when LeBron was out here taking niggas to the title, and he had Mo Williams, and he had Eric Snow, and he had them niggas on the squad, he wasn't going against a super team. Like, even when Shaq and Kobe came together, was that technically a super team? But was it? At the end of the day, sure. But it wasn't like you had 3 bona fide bad motherfuckers that came together, and they're the best in their respective positions. That's a super team.
So you only can be a super team if you just jump ship and join superstars.
No, that's not what I'm saying. But it's kind of what I'm saying, actually. Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. So the Spurs were a super team, as if you can agree.
They weren't a super team because a super team didn't happen before then. All those players were drafted to the Spurs. Now let's say it's Tony, Manu, Tim Duncan, right? Mm-hmm. And then they was like, "Fuck it, man, we need a center."
Right.
Brought Dwight over, or fuck, man, goddamn, we need a 2 guard.
Right.
And they brought Kobe.
Right.
Kobe's established as a superstar already by himself.
Correct.
Once you bring those entities together, that's a super team.
Correct.
So, Steph and Clay, right? Mm-hmm. Both drafted there. They end up both being good together. When KD came, that's when a super team began, because you brought the fucking best player in the league, or number 2 best player behind LeBron.
Right.
You put him with the niggas you already got.
I remember the NBA. I remember the. Oh, yeah.
Go ahead. All you. The floor is yours.
So when the Warriors went to the finals a couple years before KD, and they had the best regular season record of all time, you're telling me?
Well, they lost.
Can I?
Yeah, go ahead.
You're telling me?
But they lost that year. Go ahead.
I understand. They won one of those years though. But you're telling
not the year that they went 73-9.
No, yeah, they lost that year, but they won the year before against, like, when LeBron only, because you're saying, LeBron.
That's what I said. LeBron had fucking them Anderson Varejao and shit. Yeah.
So you're telling me that Stephen Curry, Klay Thompson, and Draymond Green, I'm talking about for that little 3-year period.
Draymond not really a superstar like that.
Draymond Green, you're telling me
they got a little star
that those weren't 3 of the top 20 players in the NBA at that time. Draymond Green wasn't a top 20 player in the NBA.
That's house grown.
At that time.
That's homegrown.
I understand that, but I'm saying there was still a super team because there were still 3 all-stars.
That's what I was saying.
I mean,
like, I'm not saying they jumped ship, like they did it the right way.
But is Draymond really when you say top 20 players, Draymond might have been 20.
During that,
you know what I'm saying?
During that time?
Draymond might have been 20.
Draymond Green was averaging almost a triple-double a game.
Now take Steph out.
Okay.
What the fuck is Draymond doing?
What is Klay doing?
He a basic nigga. Klay still gonna get his little 20 piece, 30,
you going to
25 piece.
You going to the playoffs without one of those 3?
If you take Steph out the equation, it's not happening. But when you take D-Wade and Chris Bosh out the picture, LeBron's going to the playoffs. You take LeBron, Chris Bosh out the picture, D-Wade's going. You take D-Wade and LeBron out, Chris Bosh is going to the playoffs. You wasn't going to the playoffs. You wasn't going to the playoffs without Steph.
I know you ain't telling me that dinosaur.
All right. LeBron has proven time and time again.
Chris Bosh was going to the playoffs. They was
by himself. He was the only one on the Heat.
Toronto wasn't going to the playoffs.
Who was the next?
Were they?
They were.
Who was the next?
Were they
best
getting
player?
beat early?
Who's the next best player?
I mean, I had to go back through my my little time book.
Like Jared Bayless? Like, wasn't he on the squad then?
That nigga was a bucket.
So it's just like, I mean, LeBron's already obviously proven that he can go to the playoffs.
That's what I'm saying. I'm talking about proven niggas. If you put Draymond on a team, is that team going to the playoffs? Not a fucking chance. Them niggas, if you put him on Charlotte Bobcats or even the Charlotte Hornets when they came back, that team is not going no fucking where, because Draymond is not a bona fide motherfucker.
That was Hornets with the.
If you put Clay on a team that ain't got no superstars, is that team going? No, they're not.
Let's see.
They're just good players. Don't get me wrong. I love Klay Thompson. I'm a Warriors fan. I love Klay Thompson. You put him on a team by himself, you're not going. Well, you got to take a minute off.
So they said in the 2006-2000 season, Bosh led the Raptors to their first playoff appearance in 5 years. So he went 1 year with the Raptors. I think if you put Draymond Green on a team, he could take
That
a
nigga,
team 1 year
He
to
not
the playoffs.
he not putting up no stats like Chris Bosh. That nigga Chris Bosh is getting 24, 25 a game.
I mean, yeah, it says right here he's the franchise all-time leader in points rebound.
Exactly.
Okay.
So that's not what a Draymond could do. Draymond don't score the ball. Draymond, the only reason he's really that good, I can bring the ball up the court. Up, Steph runs off of 18 screens. Here you go, bucket. Oh, I grabbed the rebound. Let me jog it down the court. Oh, here comes Klay. 3 screens, bucket. That's what makes Draymond good. He's not a superstar.
I see what you're saying.
He's not a superstar.
I see what you're saying.
When you look at superstars, okay, when I say name a superstar in the NBA, who's the first person that come to your
I
mind?
mean, obviously beat LeBron.
LeBron. Okay, name another one.
AD.
Okay, superstar. Name another one.
James Harden.
Name another one.
Giannis.
Draymond not coming to your fucking mind right now. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, that's a valid point.
But
He been hurt,
okay,
though, so-
but
But
take
you can't
now take it back 10
discredit.
years though. Name a superstar. LeBron.
Okay, Bron.
Name another one.
Kobe.
Name it one more.
Shit.
I feel like All Star is way
Dwayne-
different than
Dwayne
Superstar
Wade.
too.
Oh, there you go. That's what I'm saying.
All Star is way different than Superstar as well.
Yeah.
You're right. You're right. Okay.
Nigga,
I see what you're saying.
If
I
we
see what
going
you're
off
saying. I see what
All
you're
Stars,
saying.
Taco Fall and fucking Alex Caruso would have been the goddamn motherfucking starters in the
Pascal Siakam.
I see what you're
Yeah.
saying. But to,
I mean,
but
nah, he's a
to
bucket.
tie
He
it
a
all
bucket.
the way back to what we were saying, who else is a superstar on the Lakers besides LeBron and AD? Nobody. So therefore, it's not a super
but
team.
now they getting some really good fucking players.
Yeah, they have good
Just
complementary
because,
players.
but no,
Good role players.
Montrez will be good on anybody's team. Montrez
like you
is
said,
going to
you
do
put
what
him on.
Montrez
You
does.
put him on one team by himself. He's not going to the playoffs.
No, but Montrez is a very.
We're going off your point.
But you can't do that today. What you could do back then, because that's when the super teams just started.
right. But how are the Lakers a super team? If they only have
They not a super
two
team?
superstars. They only have two superstars.
If Montrez had a starters on team,
And
he'd end
okay,
up like
so
your
off
rep
your
coach.
point then,
Yes,
if we're going off All Stars, Marc Gasol was an All Star, Rondo was an All Star, Montrezl Harrell was an All Star,
gosh, you're talking
Dennis
about-
Schroeder was an All Star,
Oh my gosh.
LeBron, what?
But I'm not
15
saying they're- I'm
time,
not-
16-time All Star.
I'm not saying they're a super team though.
They're a super team for sure, definitely. Because even when Kawhi and Paul George teamed up, what was that classified as? That's another super team.
Correct. I agree.
KD, Kyrie got together. What is that classified? Super team. That's what I'm saying. So how the fuck would AD, Montrez,
you're saying
LeBron,
Montrez, like-
all these niggas? Montrez,
He's not a
we
superstar.
still doubt Montrez
No,
Harrell.
he's real, but he's not a superstar yet.
Our Hill Northern Lights, bro.
Hell yeah, no lights fire for real.
Mm-hmm. It's a sleeper in the draft, like I said in my story.
That little pick six joint that they got at Kroger. That was one of them.
Oh damn.
They said they go hard.
Damn. But ladies and gentlemen, I know it was an abrupt ending to that episode. I apologize, some technical difficulties. So we had to go to a new form of technology to put an ending on this bitch on episode 16. We the Back of the Bus podcast. I'm Nino43. Nino number 4, spell out 3.
I'm motherfucking Monster Mike. Y'all niggas know what time it is. Shit.
And I'm Smooth 54. Have me on the gram.
Hey.
Hey, and don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, send that shit to all your motherfucking friends, family, all that shit, nigga. We here with it
Yeah.
every day.
And sending y'all content. We want to let y'all shine too. We'll shout y'all out.
For sure. We shouting out all usernames, nigga. Snapchat, it don't matter what the fuck it is, nigga. You got a Facebook or MySpace, nigga. It don't matter, bro. We shouting y'all niggas the fuck out.
That's real shit.
Hey, put that on the game.
Hell yeah. And we out.